Can he hold it in? They go too wide.
This battle for 13th and 14th, they go side by side into the castle.
He's at P2.
What is happening?
Machine's at P1.
Oh, there is
One. Oh, Winter gets the move done. Hello everybody, welcome back to Formula OCE for Tier 2 action here today at Spa. Of course, we are able to settle the championship today for both the drivers and the constructors under two conditions, obviously. So we have Edmo, who needs to outgo Abyss by 6 points to win his driver's title, and for constructors, Ferrari can win the title if they outgo Aston Martin by 28 points. So obviously we have the two cars for each team, for Ferrari and Aston Martin, so let's see what they can pull off here today. Hello Blakebird, hello. It is myself, Roshan Robot, here in the comms box today for Tier 2. Let me just pull up all the details, obviously. And yeah, hopefully we have a very good race today. Thank you, Blakebird, much appreciated, lad. But yeah, we're hoping we have a very good race today at Spa. Yesterday, Tier 3 was a big mess, to be honest with you. So hopefully we have a much cleaner one here in Belgium. As Paddy Crow's the first one out, followed by a Mercedes, and Roy in the McLaren is the third car to come out. As always, put your predictions in the chat. Reduce the game sound so that you can hear my voice, obviously. Yep, I think that should be good. Grumpy Ashy says, let's go F1 legend. He is currently still in the pits at the moment. Oh, he's out of the pit, so let's see what he can do. Paddy Crow is the first one out on track. As always, any hot lap requests, please put it in the chat and I will do them for you. Also put your predictions in for who will get on pole. Only 15 cars here for today. 2 cars on mediums, Blakebird and Poms. But the real battle is between Abyss and Edmo. Abyss would want to keep his championship on, close the gap for the last 2 races. As let's see, Paddy Crow starts his lap. Goes into turn 1 nicely, hitting the apex there. Getting on the power nice and smooth. See, he's going up by Rouge. Nicely done there. No back end lost. Over to DRS. He's coming on the straight. Let's see what second time he's at 30.529. Let's see what he compares when he crosses the line and what others are setting. I think Wooly, oh, he's invalidated. Oh, it's not him. My bad, that's Edmo. But let's see what Wooly sets in the first sector. Wooly sets a 30.2. So, a bit quicker, but yep, that is Let's see what he's coming through pool 1 now. 7th gear, flat through there, no need to lift off. Let's see as he's coming across the sector 2 split. Let's see what sector 2 time he has set. It is a 17.029 for now. It's not the sector split, but we will move. But there we go, he's coming flat throughout this whole part of the track, approaching the bus stop chicane. Let's see if he can keep it clean. Down to 2nd gear. Nicely done, up short shift to 3rd. Opens DRS, and the time to beat today for now is 45.588. Let's see, nextly it's Wooly. I think he's made a mistake here, he's invalidated, so that's his lap done. Let's see, anyone behind him? That's an Aston Martin. Oh, it's Hutto. Hutto goes quickest, the 44.101. Let's see where Abyss is. Abyss is just coming up to bus stop. Let's see what lap time he can set. He's going across the line. It's a 44.2. P2 for the championship fighter. P2. Edmo has invalidated. Fat Ferret, the Ferrari. Oh, a bit Escobar goes into the 43s, the 43.9. That is interesting. So Ferrari have one car in P2, but Martin have cars in 4th and 5th. So Edmo will probably go on his lap now. Oh, he's into the pits. That's interesting. Edmo into the pits. He's not set a lap time yet. He's come into the pits. Is that Fat Ferret going for another lap? Not sure. I think it's not. Hutto has invalidated as well. Anyone else? This is Perks. Perks is coming. Jared said an installation lap. Yup, maybe. So let's see what Perks can do. I think Chabo is rounding up the final corner. He's into the pits. Not set a lap time. Perks comes across. Bus stop, takes it nicely. No back end lost here. And he's going across the line into P4 with the 44.2. And that's Paddy Crow into the pits. That top is on a lap. Let's see what Top can do here for the Mercedes team. He is a reserve, but we shall see what he can accomplish here today. Decent middle sector for Top here. Let's see what he can do. So Wooly, I think, will be going on for another lap here, the McLaren man. Yep, he is starting another one, but let's see what Top can do. Comes across bus stop nicely, gets the power down, and goes across the line onto pole position. What a performance from WRL Top with a 43.947, just 2,000 ahead of Eski. So Eski will be trying to beat that time as Edmo does come out again. As Wooly validated again. So probably just sending a banker time here. Trying to see what lap time he can set as everyone is in the pits. As there's another person rooting for F1 Legend. The man is currently sitting in P8, the 44.7. So about almost a second off pole position, but we shall see what he can accomplish. Sorry for that mic disruption there. As Wooly's just saving the RS bombs. He's now going to start his lap. Nope, he's into the pits. Oh, he takes a very wide line into the start. I think trying to maximize the track. But there we go. He is on the lap now. So a few people have yet to set lap times from 11th down to 15th. So let's see what as Eski's out on an out lap, trying to set a quicker time than WRL top, just thousandths off. As let's see what Pom does. Pom's coming across the first sector split here. Let's see what, it's a 30.1. I think that is pretty competitive. So let's see if we can keep it clean and fill out the lap here. Nicely done through here. Sector on yellow. Let's get Martin just going down for Wooly as he starts his third lap of the same set of soft tyres. So probably going to use only 2 sets there. Oh, and that is Bryzy. Bryzy, thank you for the sub. The sub for 23 months, obviously. OCEs. And OCEs tier members, and he is promoting TikTok. Yes, everybody go follow the TikTok. And Mom is setting a purple for the center. Yep, everyone do give TikTok a follow. Bryzy does some work on TikTok, so appreciated to go check it out, drop a follow, drop a like on the TikTok. Yep. So let's see what Pom's. Oh, a bit deep into bus stop. But oh, that back end goes. That's not going to be happy for him, but he comes across the line. 44. That was pretty. As Wooly is now coming across the second sector, Edmo's right following behind him. See what Wooly can set. And a effective lap time. Obviously, Edmo would want to get ahead of Abyss. Just 6 points is the gap. So even if Edmo wins and Abyss finishes P2, Edmo will still take the championship. As Wooly comes into P11 with a 45.6, not a very competitive lap time there. Edmo coming across bus stop. Let's see what lap he can set. The man is on pole with a 43.0, absolutely smashes the competition. That is insane. 9/10 off P2. That is crazy from the Ferrari. As Eski is a 10th up on his time. Comes through P1 right now. That is a cracking lap from Edmo right there. What an insane lap from the Ferrari man. As Eski, let's see how much he has improved over the second sector. 2 tenths up, so that would comfortably put him in P2 unless he can gain about 7 tenths on this last sector, which is I think highly unlikely because Edmo is just blitzing. Such a blistering lap here. Well, let's see what Eski can do as he approaches bus stop chicane. Takes it nicely. Hugs! Hugs! Whoa! Hugs at a 42.8. That's insane. Eski. I think he had invalidated. There. But that's insane. Hugs sets a 42.8. Potato up into P3 with a 43.6. But man, the pole now is 42.899. It's Hugs. What a lap. As Moffing says, Edmo, I'm not tier 1. Yup, I agree with that. 2 the guys ahead are currently, Edmo is 6 tenths quicker, and Hugs is about, I'd say, 8 tenths quicker than P3, so these guys are crazy. But, oh, that's Potato going wide. I think Fat Ferret's on a lap at the moment. Oh, he's saving his battery, so probably not. That top is on a lap, I'm assuming. Let's see, has he improved as he is approaching the second sector split? The top's improved by a 10th, so that would put him into P4 or P3, but let's see what he can improve at bus stop. Let's see what can he do. Comes to bus stop, takes it nicely. And let's see what lap time the top set. It goes. Stays at P4, even with an improvement. So the top two have blitzed away, obviously. These two guys are in a league of their own. But P3 on, it's pretty close, only a 10th separating all of these guys. So roughly 3 minutes, I think, of this is currently not on a lap. He's currently saving ERS, so probably not on a lap at the moment. Let's see, he should be come back into the pit. There we go. So everyone is in the pits. Top is obviously on his in lap, so everyone will be entering the pits and preparing to go for their final runs. Obviously, please put your predictions in the chat on who will get pole. Personally, I think it will be between Hugs and Edmo. Not stating the obvious, but we shall move. As these guys are coming in top. Let's see if he's able to come back into the pits to change his tyres and get on another lap. That is questionable, but Chavo, Wooly, F1 Legend, I think Wooly will be the first one to cross the line out of these last few lap time setters. But let's see if these guys are coming out. Edmo is out. Hugs stays in the pits. That's interesting. Edmo is out. I think Blue Top does come in. Let's see if he will be coming out anytime soon. But currently, the Ferrari guys have an advantage on the Aston Martins. Abyss down in 7th, and Potatoes up in P3, but Edmo is P2 and Fatro is P5. So let's see what the Aston Martin guys can do. Obviously, Ferrari need 28 points, I think, to seal their championship. So both championships could be sealed today here at Spa. We shall wait and see. In the race, obviously, a lot of stuff can happen as Hugs has come out. Top's retired, so Top's not going to come out. Pretty close between from 3rd all the way down, actually, all the way to 11. Only a 10th separating each of them in between. But let's see. Obviously, Edmo and Hugs are probably battling each other out, so they're in a league of their own. But we shall see what's up. Will anyone be able to overthrow them for those positions, as Eski is now on his lap. Let's see what the times will come down to in this session. A minute remaining in this quali session at the moment. But let's see what everyone can do. Obviously, Ferrari and Aston Martin have the most eyes on them. Championship deciding race today. But we shall see what they can do. Eski is up just fractions, nearly 1,000 up on his time at the moment. Let's see what he can do. Nicely done. Getting a slipstream from the Red Bull, not really, but a bit. But let's see, 2 pull on, nicely done. Not loose at all. But let's see what is going to happen here, as Hutto, can he make it across the line? He's pushing, and I think he's missed out. Hutto's done. Hutto is the first one to be done on his lap. I think Poms is down on his time, but let's see who's the next one to cross the line. I think it is F1 Legend. He's 3/10 up. The support in the chat for F1 Legend. Let's see what he can put up. F1 Legend goes into P10 with a 44.2. I think Eski crossed the line to P8. Fat Ferret. Chabo's moved up to P5. Fat Ferret's up by 2/10, so he'll probably leapfrog top here. Maybe even get into P3, but let's see what these two guys are doing. I think that's Aston Martin. Potato's around, so that's his quali done. Edmo coming across bus stop here. Let's see, can he dethrone Hugs here? He's coming across the line, keeping the car straight, and he has. He's gone with the 42.8 onto pole as Hugs is right behind him. Let's see what Hugs gets it with a 42.7. Wow, what a lap from these two guys. Blitzing the field absolutely. But it is a top spot for the Ferrari guys to seal their championship, obviously, as Abyss is now approaching bus stop. He will be the last few to cross the line. I think that is Wooly not setting a lap there. As Abyss goes into P4. Wow, this is very interesting. So, Ferrari are 2-3 and Aston Martin are 4-5. So, this is very interesting for the Constructors' Championship, but in terms of Driver Championship, Edmo is ahead of Abyss by 2 positions. This is very, very interesting. So, if the race was to finish in the same order, obviously, Mr. Edmo will get 18 points and Abyss will be getting 12. So that 6 points is enough for Edmo to win the championship. So we shall see what happens in the race, obviously. Safety car is unreduced, but we all know what happened in Tier 3 yesterday. 6 safety cars, but there we go. Hugs is your pole sitter. Edmo in P2. Fat Ferret P3, 2-3 for Ferrari, and a 4-5 for Aston Martin, with Abyss leading them. Top with a very good lap, P6, Chebo P7, Perks in the Alpine for P8, Eski P9, Hutto P10. Both Red Bulls out of the top 10 with F1 legend and Blakebo, AlphaTauri, Haas, and McLaren, the last one there on P15. So let's see what happens in the race, obviously. Do put your predictions in the chat to see who will win the race. Will Edmo be able to win his Drivers' Championship? Will Ferrari be able to win the Constructors' Championship? We have 22 laps to settle this today. Let's see if any action comes into play for this round here. Ooh, a bit cloudy here. That's interesting. A bit cloudy here at Spa. Maybe there's rain, maybe there's not. Let's see what happens here. As you see the podium on the top right there. Let's put your predictions in on who will be getting that podium and who will be standing on the top step. As we're just waiting on everyone to select their strategies, you know, put on the set of tires that they want. But real eyes will be on Edmo and Abyss and the Ferrari and the Aston Martin team to see what they can do here today for their own respective championships. Okay, there we go. 5 lights are on. And it's lights out, and away we go. Hugs get a good start. Fat Ferret's got a better start than Edmo. Edmo's lost out massively, and he's battling. Oh, Edmo sent it down the inside. This is going to be, the Ferrari of Fat Ferret is in the lead. Abyss into P3. Oh, there's carnage behind. That's an Aston Martin that's gone. But Fat Ferret goes smoothly up on Rouge. Abyss going a bit wide there. And he is ahead of Edmo at the moment. Hugs storms through here. With a through goes Sebastian Vettel moment there. Through Rouge, and he has regained the lead, but Edmo has lost out. He's down into P4 on the hard tyres. Let's see what tyres. There we go. I think that's an incident again for Storm Hutto here, as Top has dropped down the order a bit from P6, but he's up into P10 now. Wooly has gained 6 positions from last to P9, and the Red Bulls as well have gained a few positions. But let's see, up front, Abyss is attacking the Ferrari of Fat Ferret here. Let's see what he can do in terms of position changes. As you can see, Potato has lost 7 positions, Storm Hutto and Perks is in 5 and 6 respectively. The biggest climber here is Woolly Mixer with 6 positions gained, as well as the 2 Red Bulls gaining 4 positions, and Eski's gained 4 positions as well. But Edmo has dropped down 2 positions. That is unfortunate, but let's see how the race goes on. Hugs has got a 6/10 gap here to the Ferrari, but Abyss is chasing down the Ferrari. He needs this win, Abyss, to keep his championship alive. Let's see what he can do, as Edmo is on the hards obviously, so he could just hold back a bit, warm those tyres up and get them in the working window to chase Abyss down. He's already 1.3 behind, and he has a very fast Eski behind him. Let's see this top 3. Any move being made for this top 3, as a lot of people, the bottom 4 are in the pits for damage. And yep, they're all in for damage here. But let's see what happens here. The top 3 are on medium tyres, and from 4th down to 8th, they're all on the hard compound of tyres. So if the race was to finish like this, obviously Edmo will not win the championship. They will go on to Italy to battle it out at the Temple Speed for the championship. But we shall see what happens. Still 20 laps left in this Grand Prix to see how this championship would play out, as Hugs almost has a 2nd gap, as well as Ferret 8/10, 9/10, slowly building the gap back here. Edmo is about 2 seconds back and is leading a 3-car train with Eski and Chavo. There you go, the possible pit stop strategies. Obviously medium to hards and hards to mediums will be the go-to strategy here, as Abyss is out of DRS actually of Fat Ferret, so this is going to hurt him. Let's see if he uses some battery to obviously get back into the DRS. Yes, he does. But Fat Ferret's lost out on DRS on the Williams car. Yep, he obviously hasn't got DRS. Abyss doesn't have DRS as well. Eski's got DRS on Edmo. Let's see if he does make a move on the Ferrari. Edmo is on the straight, but this is crucial for Abyss. He needs to get that DRS to save his race, and I think that's Top's had a moment. Oh, Top spun again. I think the tyres have overheated. Need to take it slow, but he has spun. It's down into P11 now. Oh, that's Blake Boat. Blake Boat's crashed into the wall. He's lost his front wing. Is that going to be a safety car? No, I don't think so. Yesterday it was a safety car for someone crashing into the wall and losing their wing, but we shall see what happens here as Blake Boat leaves Top to go past him. That's good sportsmanship right there, as Abyss is now in the DRS 9/10 to Fat Ferret. This should help Abyss here, save some battery obviously, and he's obviously underfueled the car. I think he has underfueled the car, so hoping for a safety car to, you know, keep him in the race, save some fuel as well. Penske HD, yup, there was some drama at the start there, but other than that it's been pretty clean. for now, as Abyss has now got the DRS, should have the DRS. Fat Ferret's obviously lost it to Hugs. Hugs is charged away here. But Edmo's 3 seconds behind the two of them, so this is, let's see how it's going to hurt him. But as Eski is obviously pushing hard, and he's going to move, he has made the move, he's made the move comfortably, gets ahead of Edmo. Let's see, oh, they're going to go side by side, are they? No, oh, Edmo's done a switchback here. He's gone a switchback, and he's got it, he's got the move. Wow, what a move from Edmo there. That will go into the books of a very, very good overtake. That was pretty good. But let's see, Abyss is slowly in and out of the DRS. But obviously Eski and Edmo battling will not help Edmo, because he needs to catch up to Abyss to keep him in the championship. But let's see what happens here. So in terms of constructors, let me see what happened. So currently the Ferrari are 2 and 4, so they will receive 30 points, and the Aston Martin will be receiving, that is 15 plus 2 points. So obviously Ferrari will not be able to win the championship here because they need the gap by 28 points. And Abyss is in P3, keeping his championship, his drivers and his constructors championship alive here for his Aston Martin team. Vice says tier 1 confirmed. Yup. Hugs is tier 1 confirmed, I would say that. He's flying away, he's 2.7 seconds ahead of these guys. He's rapidly flying. As Abyss has now closed the gap actually. He's used battery, I think, down to 20%. He's used battery to catch up to Fat Ferret. The gap is now 4.1 seconds between the rivals in this championship, and he's pulling the gap to Eski actually. Eski's now out of the area. Ooh, Chavo goes wide. Trying to push and get Eski here, does go wide. That was unfortunate. As, yep, Eski's now officially out of the DRS. Let's see if he will push to get the DRS, but Chavo's on his back. Oh, Perks! Perks is out. What has happened there? He's crashed into the wall on the side. I think he's just lost it. Yep, that is the first DNF of the session. Is that going to be any safety car? No, it's not. Doesn't look like a safety car at the moment. But Abyss has now closed the gap to Fat Ferret. The gap is now about 8 tenths. And he's comfortably sitting in the DRS. Edmo's got a decent gap to Eski as well. Chabo's obviously pushing to get the position from the Alfa Romeo. But let's see what happens here. Let's see ahead. Abyss is now second off. Let's see if we will get the DRS. He's just creeped into it. Does he get it? No, he does not. He's just off. Well, that's unfortunate for Abyss there. He's just lost out on DRS. But other than that, I think the closest battle we have between Chavo and Eski, obviously, and behind them, not really any moves. Everyone is pretty distant. Paddy Crow and Storm Hodder, obviously, close by each other. But other than that, it's been pretty clean racing so far. Only one DNF. Perks is the only DNF that we have at the moment. And Abyss is out of DRS. He needs to close back to help him keep that DRS and obviously close ahead. Maybe even make the move. carry on in this session. Abyss still second off at the moment. Sector 2, that's a yellow, I think that's Blake Boat. Blake Boat has had a moment. Is that Hutto? I think it was Hutto actually. Hutto probably had a moment. There you go. And Abyss, I think he's back in the DRS. Yep, he's used his battery and got back in the DRS. 7 laps gone in this battle. I think that's Chabo against Eski. He's obviously made the move. Oh, bit of banging tyres there. And Eski gets back ahead of Chabo. But I think Chabo did make the move somewhere. Ooh, is Chabo going to make a move there? He's going to do what Edmo did. No, he's quite far back. He's not going to make the lunge in. Yup. Yes, the squeeze. Yup. That is a very bad squeeze there. But this is helping F1 Legend here to close the gap back up to these two. And obviously helping Edmo build the gap. He's now 5 seconds behind Abyss, as Potato is the first one to get the 3-second time penalty. Hugs. Oh no, Hugs. Hugs has got 3 seconds, but he's safe. He's 3 seconds ahead of Fat Ferrer. He's pulled the gap nicely. He's pushing hard, not even using the battery. Still got a decent amount, but he has pushed hard. Oh, what has happened here? I think that's Hutto again. Hutto's at a moment. That is bad for the Mercedes team. Both of them, actually one of them scoring points top, but he had a spin, so he's dropped down the order. But the closest battle, I think at the moment, is between the Alfa Romeo and the Williams car of Eski and Chabo. But let's see what they can accomplish. Let's see, through turn 1, he is comfortably in the DRS. Let's watch this from this angle here. Is he going to make the move? Oh, that's Blake Boat. Blake Boat has been. Oh, I think he's too far back now, actually. Oh, he's got the DRS, but I think Eski smart on that. Well, yeah, there we go. Eski's got the straight line speed. Through there, he had a much better Eau Rouge. And Chabo has lost out, but it's a bit cloudy. Let's see what happens here. Looking a bit cloudy. But let's see. As the Hutto, yep, Hutto is retired in the pits here. Blake Boat pitted onto the hards. So Hutto has DNF'd into the pits. So that is only one Mercedes running and one Alpine. So no more Alpines actually, so Alpines are completely out. But now this has lost out massively. 2.1 seconds behind and 6 seconds ahead of Edmo, as Blake Boat gets a 3-second penalty. He is in last place, so let's see what happens here. Yep, they've all got decent gaps actually. The only closest we can see is this battle. Oh, I think Edmo's had a moment. He's lost the time to Eski here. Wonder what has happened there. He's lost the time to Eski. Now Eski's back in the DRS of the Ferrari man ahead. This is Alfa Rouge. Chabo gets a 3-seconder, so that's gonna put some relief on Eski, as not got DRS on Eski anymore, but Eski does have DRS on Edmo. So let's see what Edmo can do. Will he use an ERS to push away, get him out of the DRS? Or let's see what he does. But Hugs is comfortably leading this race with a 4.3 second gap. He does have a 3-second pen to his name, but if the race was to finish like this, he will retain P1 and stay ahead. Oh, that's a safety car. That's Top's out. WRL Top has lost it, and it is a safety car. So this is interesting. Let's see what happens to Top. Oh, he's lost it and hit the wall there. That's so bad for top there. So Mercedes scoring no points here today. But let's see what the leader does as he's coming to bus stop chicane. Is he going to box for those hard compound tyres? Or is he going to stay out? The right decision will be probably to box. Yep, he has come in. He has come into the box. Hugs is into the box. Fat Ferret will follow through. Abyss, is he going to box? Yes, he is going to box. And I think Edmo will stay out. Obviously, Edmo's boxing. Interesting. So here's Edmo thinking. The mediums can go all the way. All the hot tire runners are coming in. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting here. Oh, they've double stacked. Edmo's lost that because of the double stack. Let's see what happens. Is Eski going to get ahead of Edmo here? I think yes. Edmo has lost out to Eski because the Ferrari guy's double stacked. Escobar has gotten ahead of Edmo, so that does put a car in between the two championship rivals. This is very, very interesting. So obviously all the hard tyre runners have boxed for mediums, and the medium tyre runners have boxed for the hard compound tyres. So obviously at the start of this restart, the medium tyre runners will be flying, but towards the end of the race, those hard tyres will come back into play. But let's see what happens here. So at the moment, Hugs does have 3 seconds, so he does need to push hard to get that 3-second gap back on Fat Ferret to retain his win. This is a good position for Edmo here. He's on the medium tyre, he was on the faster compound. Abyss is not on the faster compound, he's on the hard tyres with the 3 ahead of him. 2 ahead of him, sorry. But Edmo does have a car of Eski to overtake before he reaches his championship rival. But let's see what happens. Blakeboat's onto the soft tyre. He was on the soft, he's on the hard tyres back again, so he doesn't need to box anymore here. Can go to the end. I think the safety car will go one more lap. Obviously such a long circuit, and Blakeboat's obviously just coming out the pits, and the 2 cars of Poms and Paddy just coming onto the back of the train. So this really put a span in the works here on this race. So obviously guys, now put your predictions in, see who will win this race. Is it gonna be still Hugs? Will Eski pick up a win? Or will it be Abyss that wins on the hard tyres? We all know what he did in France last weekend. Pitted under the safety car for those hards that he started on actually. And obviously brought it to the end to come home in P2 if I'm not wrong. So let's see what the Aston Martin guy can do. Blakeboat's just reaching the third sector now, but the safety, hopefully he can catch up to the safety car at the end of this lap. It should come in, but this is crucial here for the championship. Top 3 are on hard tyres, and after that the rest are on mediums. Wooly scoring some decent points for McLaren, only one McLaren running here at Spa, so decent points for Wooly on the hard tyres obviously, but he does have Potato behind with the medium tyres. So let's see what these guys can do. What's happened here? I think Potato made a mistake, but he's obviously Poms has given back the position as Blakeboat's just coming up by Roux. So hopefully he can catch up to the safety car. Hopefully he will be. If not, the safety car hopefully does not go another lap, but we shall see what Blake Pope does. He's about 38 seconds behind the pack. I think he should be able to catch up. Let's see. Safety car is reaching sector 3 now, and we'll go in. I'll see. I don't think so at the moment. Let's see. Oh, Potato left. Okay, interesting. He's joined back, obviously. So hopefully he can jump in back in the car. Oh, shall we see a safety car. He's gonna go for another lap because Blake Boat has not caught up. So this is sort of helping the medium tyre runners, obviously, because the more laps under the safety car, the less of racing laps they need to do to worn their tyres out. So that is pretty good, actually. But oh, that's Wooly and Potato in the pits. I think, yeah, they're fitted on the medium tyres, so they were on the hard. They fitted on new medium tyres, which will 100% go to the end. 10 laps, it's definitely going to the end of the race here. So decent strategy call from these lads. Obviously, they were towards the back of the grid, so obviously such calls can be made. Well, he's only lost like 2 positions, so that's pretty decent. So I think safety car will 100% be in this lap, helping the medium runners limit their laps on the mediums, obviously causing less wear towards the end of the race. But we shall see if the hard tyre does come in to action towards the end of the race. Will they have the pace? Oh, will there be another safety car towards the end of the race? That would really help. That would really ruin these hard tyre runners, actually, because they will box for new mediums, maybe even new softs. So we shall see what happens here. Obviously the first safety car, it's only come at lap 12, so that's pretty decent standard for Belgium in OCE, obviously. But it should come in this lap here. Yeah, there we go, safety car in this lap. It will be green flag racing after the safety car comes into the pits. But let's see when Hugs wants to go. He's going to back the pack up, let the safety car go back into the pits. But let's see, when does he go? Revving the car in second gear, maybe to burn off some excess fuel here. But let's see when he does want to go. I think he's slowed down. Yeah, he's probably gonna go after bus stop, maybe. As the safety car is into the pits now. Into the pits. Let's see, Hugs. Still not gone yet. Oh, that's a big slide from Hugs, and he's gone now. He's gone now. Oh, that was a big slide from Hugs there, as I think Edmo's made a move. Edmo's making the move on SK. Oh, there's contact between the championship rivals, as Hugs has lost out. Fat Ferret's gone back into the lead. And there was contact between the two championship rivals here on the mediums. Edmo's made the move on SK already, which is good for him. He's now back behind his championship rival. Is he going to make the move? But there comes Hugs on those hard tyres, making them work, and he's gotten ahead of the Ferrari. He obviously needs 3 seconds to win here, but crucially Abyss has stayed position, and Abyss got 3 seconds. Oh, that's not going to help him. That's going to hurt him a lot. And Edmo sends it on the inside. The two championship rivals going side by side. Edmo makes the move. Edmo gets it. He's now ahead of Abyss, but he does need to make more moves to settle his championship today. He needs to make more moves because he needs to outscore by 6 points. Wow, this is crucial for the championship. Leads the difference between the both of them scoring points is only 3. He needs to get P2 here. Will that Ferret help his teammate out? Will he let him through? Play the team game to help Edno win his championship. Let's see what happens here as the Ferraris are very, very close to each other. What's going to happen here? Is Edno going to make the move? Into Buster. Oh, there we go. That's the team play there. Fat Ferret has let Edno through. That has played the team game there as Potato and Wooly going side by side. Oh, contact has been made as Wooly stays ahead. But crucially, Edno has made the move on Fat Ferret. Now, the crucial point is if the race ends like this, Mr. Edno will be crowned champion, obviously, because he also got 18 points, and then this will be scoring 12, but this does have a 3-second time penalty, so he would be dropping down the order. Oh, as Eski makes the move on Abyss. No, this is not good for Abyss. Abyss needs to keep up to keep his championship dream. This is bad for them. But in terms of constructors, Ferrari, if it's in this position, Ferrari will be finishing 1-2 actually because of Hugs' penalty. So if, let's say they were to finish 1-2, they will be scoring 43 points, and the Aston Martin guys will be scoring, this isn't P5, so that is 10 points, 10 plus 1 obviously for Potato. Oh, someone's had a moment, that's Chabo. Chabo's had a moment there. So he's got Abyss has been overtaken by F1 Legend. He's down into P6 now. Oh, what is happening here? 3 wide. What's happening? Oh, that's a F1 Legend's gone. F1 Legend's gone. Wonder what happened there. There was a 3 wide moment and F1 Legend is gone. Oh no, what has happened there? Crucially, Edmo has stuck with Hugs, but F1 Legend has dropped. DRS has been enabled. But I think at this rate, I will do some calculations towards the end of the race to see if they have done it. But for Edmo, he is going to win the Drivers' Championship. If the race ends like this, is he going to make the move into the lead? Obviously, let's see what happens here. He's chasing down the Hugs. He doesn't need to make a move if you think about it. He just needs to stay behind and keep a less than a 3-second gap to Hugs here. But Fat Ferret playing some team games, obviously letting his driver through. I think someone locked up there. Edmo in the box seat to win this race and become the OCE Tier 2 champion. Hugs is managing to hold on these hard tires, surprisingly. Let's see what happens. Fat Ferret's out of DRS from his teammate, which helps Eski obviously make the move into P3 possibly. But Abyss has dropped far back, 6 seconds the gap is. He's now being chased down by his teammate. Is his teammate going to make the move on him? Let's see what these two guys are going to do. His teammate's pushing though. Oh, Abyss lets his teammate through. So is it that Abyss will try to stick with his teammate, let him drag him to Eski? We shall find out. But this is not helping Abyss for his championship. I think he's now mainly going to focus on the constructors, considering he has let his teammate through. But we shall see what happens here, as Edmo obviously with DRS closing in on Hugs, but Hugs has got a decent gap ahead. But Hugs is not being able to pull away, to get that 3 seconds. But we shall see what happens here. As there is a big train behind Potato. Obviously the whole train of cars here, which means, to be fair, these P5, 6 and 7 guys will probably drop down. Wooly might be up into P5 actually, if this train still stays like this, but we shall wait and see. The 6 more laps remaining. Edmund's out of DRS of Hugs, so I think he's given up pushing here. He's more of just keeping the gap up. But we shall see what happens for this race. Edmo, yeah, 1.3 is the gap, so I think he's just gonna, oh, that big slide there for Edmo. But I think he might just try to keep within 3 seconds to still stay in his championship. But he's losing the gap actually. Wow, he's 2 seconds back. But Edmo will still get the title no matter what, because Abyss needs to finish P3 actually to get the title from Edmo, obviously. So that is unfortunate for those guys. Yep, Hugs is pushing hard to get the gap up to Edmo. I think he really wants to win, but Eski's also closing in. Wooly's got 3 seconds. Oh no, he's not going to move up the order. He's not going to move up the order now. P6, 7, P5, 6, 7, 8 all got pens. So Poms and Paddy Crow have a good spot here to move up a few positions at the end of the race when pens do come in. But I think Hugs is pushing hard to keep the gap to 3 seconds so that he can get the win here for the Williams team. But let us see, the gap's 2.6 seconds now. Slowly pulling away. I think Hugs might be able to pull away enough to keep the gap, but let's see what Edmo can do. The hards seeming to be working now actually compared to the medium tyres, because Fat Ferret's obviously closing it at a rapid rate of knots here against his teammate, but Eski, do not count him out. He could be on the podium. He could be getting on the podium here. But we shall see if he will make the move on the Ferret. DRS open, he's got a good run up at Rouge. Let's see, but his team, the Ferrari's got DRS. And are they going to go side by side? Yes, they are. They're going to go side by side into the chicane. Eski on the outside. Isn't he making stick? It's going to turn to the inside. And Eski's got the move done. But Ferret comes back. Is he going to send it? No, he's not going to send it. And Eski keeps it on into P3. Eski does come into P3. Also, Wallaby Racing League are streaming a fundraiser thanks to a Driver 48 and the Cub. So obviously those are our partners of OCE, so do go check them out. They're doing a charity fundraiser for the Leukemia Foundation. Very good cause, so please head on over to Wallaby Racing League and the Cub 9 stream if you want to donate to their cause. Much appreciated from them. And that's a yellow flag. I think that is Poms. Poms is no front wing, so he's lost a front wing. Is that going to be any safety car? No, he's got going, so that's not going to be a safety car. But Eski needs to close the gap. He needs to get that DRS because Fat Ferret's got DRS on him. Is he going to make the move into turn 1? No, he's not. But Eski does need, and more importantly, Hugs has got a 3 second gap, so he will be getting the win here, but let's see what Eski can do. He's in the DRS now. Blakebird's into the pits. Eski's got no battery. Poms has retired. That's not in the pits though. Is it? Is it in the pits? I'm not sure. It looks like it's outside the pits. But let's see what happens here as Eski's in the DRS of Edmo, slowly but surely closing in, but he has got a fast Ferrari behind. But I don't think Ferrari will be able to clinch the the Constructors' Championship here, because the Aston Martins are in P5 and P6, which means they will be getting 18 points, and the Ferrari guys will be getting, if they are 2 and 4, will be 30 points. So 30 and 18 is obviously 12 points difference, so they won't be able to clinch the Constructors' Championship. More importantly, Eski's out of DRS of Edno. Fatford's closing an array of knots here. Let's see, Fatford's perspective. Eski obviously has no ERS. Let's see what. He's gonna just stay behind. Possibly make the move up over, maybe. Maybe moves are made there. But Eski's obviously got back into the DRS of the Ferrari ahead of him. Fatford's in a bit of battery to just close in. Let's see what Eski's doing. Eski obviously only got 5%, so it's not good for him. But he has got DRS on the Ferrari ahead, which does hinder Fatford a bit to make the move. Obviously behind, these guys are in a DRS train. Actually, Lee's quite far back, 3 seconds back. Paddy Crow, yep, he's about, I think 3 seconds back as well. Yeah, he is, so he might not be able to gain the position on Wooly here. And Afro Legend is in P9, Chabo P10, and Blakebird on the soft tyres in P11. Might want to get the fastest lap, maybe not get the point for it. But let's see, Edmo is just driving his own race. He probably knows that he's won the championship, so he's just trying to take it slow and just keep it calm, trying to get as many points as he can to settle his championship. But he knows that this is a P6 at the moment, so if that's a yellow flag, I think that's Blakebird. Blakebird's DNF, can't be a safety car at this point in time, so there we go, he's out now. These guys are battle, bit of a slide there for Eski. Edmo is slowly pulling away. He's got the second gap here. That Ferret's slowly closing in. He's using the battery. Obviously Ferrari want to maximise points here today, so that it'll be easier for them. Ooh, bit of a slide there, Alpha Rouge. But I think he's closer, and I think Eski does not have DRS. His battery's got 0%. But Fatford is not using any batteries. He's going to send it on the die. No, he's not. He's kept it behind. If he used the battery, I think he would have gotten ahead. But crucially, Abyss has made the move on his teammate. But I think they're too far back to do anything for his championship. Nice helicopter shot here of the cars going through these corners. But this is crucial for Fat Ferret. He would want to make the move to get into P3 to obviously get more points for Ferrari, so they can seal it easier at their home race actually next weekend at Italy in front of the Tifosi. But let's see what they can do. Alfa Romeo is still behind, and far gap actually. I think Edmo's pushing to get within 3 seconds of Hugs here at the moment, because the gap is slowly closing to these final stages of this race. I think that's Chabo. Chabo's out as well. So everyone will be scoring points here because there's only 9 runners. Edmo sets the fastest lap. Wow, so he gets an extra point there. He's slowly closing the gap up to Hugs, but Eski, more importantly, would want to stay ahead on this final stretch. Fat Ferret's obviously got more battery than him, and he obviously has the DRS, and he will probably make the move on this straight, but let's see if Eski can defend it. Don't think he'll be able to. Yup, the Ferrari's in a rocket ship on a straight line as both of them are coming. Yup, Fat Ferret's comfortably made the move on Eski. But let's see, will Eski make a move into bus stop, or will he just hold back? I think he's holding back here. He's lost a lot of time there already, but Edmo is pushing. The gap is 2.9. He's fluctuating between 3 seconds and 2.8 on the edge here. But let's see what happens here. Eski close enough. I don't think he's close enough. He might not be able to get ahead of Fat Ferret here. It's not going to happen. Fat Ferret, the hards are now in the working condition. At this point, the mediums are probably so worn. But more importantly, the gap ahead is what we're looking at between these two drivers. Let's see when Hugs cross the line. What is the gap? It's going to be a very, very close finish. Might be a tenth, might be thousandth separating these two. As Hugs comes across bus stop chicane, and he's going to come across the line. Currently at 3.2 second gap. But let's see Edmo. Is he able to close? He's spamming the battery. No, he's lost that by 3/10. But the Ferrari 2-3 Eski finishes P4. Abyss has officially lost his championship. Comes up in P2. Edmo is your tier 2 champion. And Aston Martin come home in P5 and 6. Wooly with a good P7 for McLaren. And Paddy Crow finishes P8. F1 Legend in P9. But that is it for the Tier 2 championship, guys. Mr. Edmo has won the Drivers' Championship. However, for the Constructors, it does move on to next weekend at the Temple of Speed, Monza, for their home Grand Prix. Ferrari would want to win it in front of the Tifosi, maybe. So, but Aston Martin have come with a good fight, finishing P5 and 6. But there we go, that is your race over. Hugs finishes in P1, Edmo finishes P2, and the Drivers' Championship is for him with the fastest lap. Fat Ferret P3, a 2-3 for Ferrari. Eski with a very good P4, lost it out the last lap. Abyss and Potato for the Aston Martin, keeping the championship alive, finishing in P5 and 6. Wooly for McLaren scoring good points in P7. Paddy Crow P8, F1 Legend P9. And everyone else from down there have DNF. Perks, Hutto, Top, Poms, Blakebo, and Chable all DNFing in this race. But there we go, guys. Obviously I can't do race interviews because the top 3 are on the PC. But there we go, guys. It was a very eventful race here for Tier 2. Tomorrow at Tier 1, obviously I think Frizy will be commentating over there for them. But very well done to Edmo. He is your Drivers' Champion for OCE Tier 2. Obviously, go. Yep, Chabo, Edmo is champion. He is champion. Ferrari have not clinched the title yet. It will move on to next weekend. But that is it, guys. Obviously, go over to Wallaby Racing League. They are helping Driver 48 and the Cub with a charity stream. So obviously, do hop on there to support them. They're doing it for a very, very good cause. Donate if you like. And obviously, Rapid Racing League will be doing their races on the weekdays. And Wallaby Racing League obviously will also be doing their races tomorrow and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So do catch on there. And it was a very wonderful race. It was fun commentating, but I will catch you guys next week at the Temple of Speed, where Ferrari could possibly get their championship, the Constructors' Championship, Edmo and Fat Ferret. But until then, it's peace from Roshan Robot. See you guys.